Conjugal stress/depression. While a lot of couples quarrel and clash or divorce even though they still love each other, have you ever wondered why most times you clash or quarrel with your spouse, or yell at your children even though you know you still love them so much? Have you ever wondered why some couples get divorced even though deep down they know they still love each other and they're wealthy or rich, such that when you ask them, "Do you still love each other?" they tell you, "Yes, we do, but the whole marriage thing is not working. Maybe he is not or she is not the right person for me." Do you also know that some couples who have ended up when living their partners and went to jail may never have premeditated it or planned it? There are a lot of stuffs in marriage that's strange to us in this generation, or we are unaware of, that are responsible for a lot of unavoidable stress, unintentional conjugal failures, accident, unintentional divorce, and even deaths. From conjugal stress and strain, conjugal depression, to lack of understanding of conjugal ownership and partnership concepts in marriage, lack of understanding of marriage as a conjugal platform for problem solving and personal development or growth, lack of understanding of marriage as a government, lack of understanding of family politics, lack of understanding of how education causes incompatibility for man and woman due to the phenomenon of parallel logic repulsion, conflict of interest in the areas of conjugal legacy, conjugal wealth, children, etc. This is just to mention but a few. Now, let's discuss conjugal stress so we see how much damage and accidents this alone can cause. Most times, quarrels and clash erupts between spouses not really because they offended or hate each other, but because of what I call conjugal stress or conjugal depression. Conjugal stress and depression must set in marriage whether we like it or not, or the couples are rich or not, love each other or not. It's as a result of the enormous marital responsibilities of parents that mounts so much almost unbearable pressure on our physical, psychological, and spiritual strengths and resilience, then strain our TRIPOTENT balances towards breaking point. This is why love and money are never enough to guarantee the success of marriage. You will certainly need knowledge and wisdom, positive character or talents, skills like communication, negotiation, collaboration or partnership, leadership and inspiration or motivation skills, etc., good energy or physical strength, psychological and spiritual strengths. Then love and money as lubricants for marital success. Marriage is like a living string between couples. It actually obeys Hooke's law in physics. The more the stress, the more the relationship or bond between couples, and their tripotent balances or sanity strains and stretches towards breaking point. One thing most people don't realize about marriage, and it not usually thought to us before marriage, is that marriage is not only an enjoyment platform, but a platform for solving huge problems and for personal growth or evolution. Marriage is about solving poverty and making provision, solving health challenges of not only you and your spouse, but children and even your spouse's family members. Marriage is solving the challenges of providing education for many children. Imagine the work put in training 3 children from basic to higher education. Marriage is about solving the challenge of providing clothing and rent or housing for multiple people you call children, etc. For the wife, marriage is about taking care of the physical, psychological, spiritual, social, sexual needs of an adult man as husband, as well as taking charge or responsibilities of administrative, economic, social, spiritual, physical, psychological needs of the children, and sometimes extended family members. Imagine the stress in pregnancy and delivery alone. And the truth is, raising the kids is even much more mentally and spiritually stressful than pregnancy and delivery put together. Now, imagine a mother who is pregnant at the same time has 1 or 2, 3 or 4 kids she is also caring for, plus the husband. All these are just the physical challenges. By the time we start analyzing the psychological challenges of emotional and logical investment, then the spiritual investment or challenges you have to solve for children, sometimes you wish you never fell for the sweet talks about marriage. All these challenges and the stress it generates is what makes most couples quarrel, clash in spite of themselves. It is also what breaks most marriages, even though the couples hate to divorce or they are rich. And things can be further complicated when toxic family politics set in marriage. Most couples are poorly educated about marriage and are not prepared for all these challenges in family politics. For people who have not learned the sacrifice of serving others while neglecting themselves, marriage can be very tough and trappy and will certainly fall apart. Marriage is about living for others, children, and family, and partially neglecting yourself, as well as politics with family, especially extended family members. Marriage is leadership and one of the best platforms for personal development and leadership training. Once these challenges starts unfolding, conjugal stress starts building up, conjugal bond between husband and wife starts straining or breaking knowingly and unknowingly, and soon couples start feeling like marriage is a setup or a trap. They also start hating each other unintentionally, quarreling and clashing frequently even though they want to avoid it. Soon couples starts thinking their partner is the reason for their stress, not knowing that marriage itself is a source of stress due to the enormous challenges it generates on its own. And this is where the trick lies. The lack of understanding that your partner is not really the problem, but the fact that raising a family is a whole lot and hell of a problem or challenge on its own, and lack of the understanding that marriage is a platform or apparatus or government to solve conjugal and family problems can drive couples insane. The lack of understanding of marriage or family as a government can also complicate stress and depression for couples. The family is the smallest government of society with the parents as the heads, such that as a parent you're charged with the security, provision, and development of your family, etc., such that you have to make sacrifices by putting the interest of the family first, even above your own interests. Consequently, the fact that you realize you're no longer living for yourself, but for children and your spouse to a great extent can make you start developing hate and bitterness. And the stress can make some people become violent and go insane, especially those with the habit of drugs use. Unfortunately, in today's world, young people are no longer taught about these challenges of marriage, thinking it will prevent them from wanting to marry. And that's a disaster. Young people should be taught about the challenges and stress in marriage and the solutions. In that way, people can prepare for and navigate marriage better and smarter, understanding how to cope with conjugal stress and strain, conjugal depression, avoiding marital accidents, failures, and even breakups or divorce, as well as be able to use marriage as a platform for self-development, self-enhancement, and for higher productivity. To understand marriage as a platform and how we can use it for self-development, refinement, higher productivity, and self-fulfillment, navigating conjugal stress and strain, smarter partnership and collaboration, etc., get a free copy of A Woman's World is Beyond Beautiful at https://clar.com/UCB.